Hi everybody, I'm Steve Hopf from Ultra Dent Tools. I'm here with my good friend Don Gray today, and we're going to talk about some of the advantages and features of the Set 36, the Don Gray adjustable hand tools. These tools are very specialized and they're very unique in that they're multi-versatile tools. They've got each tool in the set has an adjustable handle that can be adjusted and used on either side, so it can create a right or a left hand tool. That's one of the main features about it. And we're going to go into some of the other little details that Don can explain to you. Don is a really good friend of mine. I've known Don for many years, and Don is probably one of the oldest. No offense. It's actually a milestone. This guy's actually my hero. He is probably one of the oldest dent guys working doing hail that I know of. He's 70 years old. He's actively on the hail trail in Colorado right now. He does probably 2, 3, 4 hail cars a week. Both his sons are dent technicians. Don Gray was the original inventor and designer of the Dent Doctor tools back in the day. And this guy can, he started making dent tools when there was hardly any dent guys. And he was the first one to actually make an adjustable handle tool with a split bolt design. So Don has invented a fantastic set of tools. He came to me, he said, hey, I want to have you make them because you can manufacture them, probably much more efficiently than I can. He was making all these tools by hand, very difficult. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Don, and I'm going to let you explain some of the features and advantages of these tools.
Well, this new design is pretty much based off of one principle, and that is it has a pin in here that when you loosen the handle, excuse me, the pin rotates, and the whole concept here is that when that pin rotates 180 degrees, then you can turn it back and lock it into another position. And the advantage of the other position is, as you can see, when it lays down flat, is that your handle is parallel with the blade. And what that does, that gives you a lot of extra torque when you're working on aluminum or anything like that, where you got a larger dent or whatever. And then, of course, to return to that position, you have to again turn the handle until the blade, till the pin rotates backwards parallel, and then just lock it back in position. And then this would be the conventional. Most guys, I would say, probably would want to use this tool in this position here. However, when you really need extra torque, where you're working on aluminum, say you have a headliner that does not want to go you don't want to take the time to drop it all the way down. If the handle is parallel with the blade, then you can actually go in there and work a dent under the brace and kind of confined space. So,
Right.
So I feel I've been using these several months now, and I really find this new function work very well, because basically it just turns one hand tool into a 4. And dent guys like to travel light, so you don't need 120 tools. My tools, especially the hand tools here, you only need maybe a half a dozen. So that's the concept there on those.
So some of the other little features about these tools that some of you guys might not be aware of is that the one that he just spoke of is what we did was we put a magnet inside the threaded stud, so the magnet can actually turn the pin inside there, which is cut at an angle, because that pin needs to change direction. It's going to be like a V shape when you want to put it in that other inline position. You have to rotate that, like he said. So the only way we were able to do that was to actually get a magnet on there, and so that thing will turn as it when you want it to, and you can put it in the position that you want. So that's kind of like a triangular shape right there, and that's going to be for the inline. And then back to the pistol style grip, it's going to be parallel to it. So that's one of the main features that's been changed. And then one of the other things that we did to improve these tools from the way he had originally made them was we actually have like a full radius on the top of these blades all the way across. So a lot of times when you're in a brace, you know, you got if they have a sharp edge, they'll put a high spot in the braced area. So we've done that to improve them, and we made these tips much sharper, so they're really, really thin and flat on the ends. So super great set of tools. You get 6 tools with 6 handles with this set, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So is there anything else that you'd like to say about them? I mean, like I said, they're very rigid. They're all heat treated, super strong. Very little flex in them, and all the way down to like the small 5/32 size here with the.
The only thing might mention here is in the first set that I had, the 1/4" tool was only one tool, like this one here with a longer foot. Well, we've added another tool that is thinner. It has a blade on the front that can actually cut glue, and it's got a little kick in the back of it where you can kind of catch a brace and work a dent, and perhaps too a little bit more leverage when you're working off the backside or whatever. So so now the most commonly used of all the hand tools, which that's in my case is a 1/4" one. Now instead of one, you have 2 there. So I think that's really a big advantage.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for you know, taking the time to do this little interview with me. Don's here. We're collaborating on some other new products, some other cool things that we're going to be coming out with in the near future. So check us out on ultradenttools.com. Thank you so much.